Hi everybody, welcome back to another tutorial. Today we're going to be making Branch from the Trolls. I made a Poppy before and some Smurfs, and we're using more or less that same idea pretty much. But I have made one addition, and that is the hands on the hips here like this. And I worked with it, and I found something that I really like, and I wanted to share with you. And so really quick, the time on this, when you make this with artwork and everything, is a little over 3 minutes, just so you know. So you get a good idea. I'm going to skip doing real time on this one just because I've done others and there's not much different with this one as well. Okay, so I just wanted to give you an idea about more or less what time that should take when you're making this. So thank you very much for the guys that subscribed, people that have liked my videos, people that commented, shared, all those great things. But also I want to thank the wonderful, great balloon artists that are out there. Not only here, but just all over the place on different platforms. So anyway, let's go over the balloons we're going to be using. And so if you don't know this already and this is your first time to my channel, welcome. What I usually do, oh my goodness, they're all falling down at the same time like dominoes. Okay, stay, there we go. What I do is I bring the sound down while I twist, and then I'll do voiceover at that point, so that way we can minimize the squeaking. Okay, so let's talk about the balloons. I am using, it is a total of 5 balloons here. There we go, let me pull them all out here. We have green, gray, black, brown, and a gray 350, so you can see. And we all have different tail sizes, but the main one, the one that gets blown up the most, is the gray 260. Okay, so you can kind of see what kind of tail it has on it there. Probably about a hand's grip. We're not going to use all that as well. Same thing for the black balloon and the brown. You'll be able to use those multiple times. Probably even the green, you could use it multiple times. When I was playing around with this, I have like this little pile of scraps right over here. So anyway, let's get. Oh, I almost forgot. The markers I'm going to be using is I have black, white, and I chose to do purple, just so you know, okay? But you could probably use, if you have a blue, that'll probably work just fine too, okay? Just so you know. And so let's get to it. Let's bring that sound down. Let's start twisting. Here we go. The first balloon we're going to start with is the 350. There we go. So we're going to start making the head of the character. So it's about 5 fingers wide. There we go. And then we're going to roll a pinch twist for our ear, or an ear twist rather. And then we're going to come back and match it, and we're going to roll or pull that nozzle right through just to really secure it, and then we're going to do another pinch twist. Alrighty. And something that I forgot, actually you'll see here in just a minute, is I didn't put on my balloon cutter. And if you got one, definitely wear it, otherwise you end up doing what I did and biting it. I really don't like to do that, but yeah, I made a mistake on that. And so once I get that tail, I'm actually going to pull it across to the other ear. There we go. And I'm just going to wind it around once, then I'm going to hide that away. And what we're left with is a nice chin strap. And that's how we're going to touch the head to the torso. Now that we have that done, let's go ahead and get our 260 green. And we're doing about, when we roll this segment here, it's about 5 fingers there, about a hand's width. Then we're going to roll 2 pinch twists. And then we're going to come right back down again, match that after we do our pinch twist here. You see I'm even going to roll the 260 through there just to make sure it's secure. Come down, match the other side, roll those together, and then I'm going to pull that nozzle through there. There we go. All right, and that's pretty much it for the green. And that's what I was saying earlier, that you could use it more than once. Alrighty, so now we're going to go ahead and make our legs, and then we're going to go right to the arms from there. So the legs, you measure, it's about 6 fingers there for the legs, just so you know, okay? And again, pulling that nozzle right through. Then I'm going to hold those two next to each other, and that's a good thing to keep the green. Don't break off the green, because that way you can definitely make it easy for you to roll those two together or twist those two together. Okay. All right. And so I'm just pulling that nozzle through there, just making sure that it's nice and secure. Alrighty. So now to do our arms on the hips. It's really simple to accomplish this. There's only one hard part about it, and I'll talk about it in just a minute. But first, we're going to start with about a 1 finger bubble there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm holding it up against the green right there, and I'm going to go a little bit higher than that, so you can see it's about 2 fingers there. Okay. And then what I'm going to do now that I have that is I'm going to match, come back down to that 1 inch bubble that I made, I'm going to come down and match those two. And very important, you probably want to keep your balloon pretty softer in this, so don't forget to give it a squish, okay? And so now that I got that done, I'm going to go ahead and just lock it a couple times, make sure I don't lose it. And now I can break that. And now, like I said, this is going to be the hardest part of the whole structure. It really is. If you never did this before, let me tell you right now that don't be alarmed when you think that you start pushing this balloon here that it's going to pop on you. Like I said, just keep it nice and soft. Look, I'm just wedging one side through there. That's one of our arms. And then what I'm going to do to make those arms really pop up, see right now they're kind of popped out to the side. I'm going to roll that bubble in between the green. Okay, and that'll really cause those arms to pop out just like I want them to. Alrighty. And I could definitely have both those arms end up at the bottom there where the green and the gray connect. But what happens is when I add the brown, it could look like his arms or his hands are in his pants. And so, if that doesn't bother you, then you could just skip that step. So, you'll save yourself some time by doing that. Alrighty. And you notice how I did that part right there. I wrapped in the brown. I did 2 bubbles. In the second bubble, let me hold this up close so you can see. I'm actually going to create a pinch twist out of that when I roll that balloon around it. See? Okay, so it's 2 bubbles on that brown, and then wrap it around and come back to the second bubble and twist into there. There you go. And so now that gives us our shorts, if you will. Okay, so a lot of times just matching the colors and you're going to get what you want. Alrighty, so now we're going to go ahead, since we had made the head portion, now we can connect it using the chin strap. There we go. And once that's on there, the only thing we have to do then at that point to finish the structure is go ahead, let me show you really quick, is I'm grabbing for that pinch twist. You see that I'm pulling that pinch twist down with the other fingers, and it's just going to help that chin strap go on there. Alrighty. Now that has been adjusted, we're going to go ahead and add the black. That's going to be the last part before we get into the artwork. And so we're just winding one of or just the nozzle around one of the ears, and it's going to tuck that away. And then we're going to do about I believe I did a 3-finger segment, if I remember correctly. Actually, it was more like 4, 3 to 4. There we go. And then we're going to do a 1-inch bubble, and then we're going to do another 4-finger segment, and we're going to wind that around the other ear. And once that's done, the last thing we're going to do to finish is we're going to just pinch twist that top bubble that's sitting on top of the head, okay? And then that'll bring us to the end, and after that we're going to go ahead and move on to our art. So I thank you very much for hanging out, and stick around so you can learn Branch's artwork. It is different from the Poppy Troll. Alrighty, thanks again for watching. Alrighty, so we made it to the end of the twisting, and one thing I do want to point out is when I pulled that chin strap across there, I wanted it to more or less be centered, and I didn't do that with this one, unfortunately, but I could unwind it and fix that, so just keep that in mind, okay? You could definitely fix it, and actually let's bring the sound down really quick, and I am going to fix it, and then we'll move on to the art, okay? Give me just one moment. Okay, fixed. There we go. So it's, like I said, you can see how easy it is. Really, really easy. Okay, so one thing I would recommend is don't wind it too much. Just once or twice and you're good to go. All right, so let's go over the artwork. I'm gonna go ahead and start with the purple and see how much I can get out of this, okay? So there we go. All right, so for the nose, here's what I'm gonna do to change how I did it before to maybe make it a little more simple if you're trying to do this, follow along, okay? So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna make the nose. It's pretty big. They give the trolls pretty big noses. So what we're gonna do, because I'm using a chisel tip here, I'm gonna go right across like that, and that's how wide the nose is gonna be. Okay. So from there, I'm actually going to make I'm going to be drawing a teardrop, or just a water drop, however you want to see it, going down. And because I have this chisel tip marker, I could definitely make that teardrop. See that? Or like water drop. Now what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to come off of this side here, and I'm just going to make the nose a little bit bigger now. There we go. And I can actually keep going right over here and just continue doing it again. There we go. Okay, so there's our nose. All right, and so for the mouth, he has a downturned mouth, like he has a bad attitude. So like, look at the nose real quick, just for a second, kind of get a good idea. Alrighty, and then the mouth turned just a frown. He's not super pumped. He definitely doesn't want to sing like the rest of the trolls. Now, when we go to do the eyes, here's what I'm going to do. I don't want, for some of these, you might have noticed I wasn't consistent. On this one, I did the eyes like slanted down. That actually made him look mean, and I don't necessarily want him to be mean, although he can be if you've seen the movie. I just want him to have some type of attitude and kind of have like a doesn't care. So I'm going to do the eye, the top of the eye straight across, actually. Okay, so let's go and do that now. Straight across, and then match it on this side, straight across. Okay, there we go. Alrighty. And then okay, so there we have it. Take a look. Alrighty, and then we'll put his eyes in here. Alrighty, there we go. Let's take a look at that. Now, very important when you're doing this, that you don't. I'll give you an example here of what I did really quick. I know that I'm focusing a little more and giving a little more description on the art, but very important that you don't do too little as far as the pupil goes, because look at this one versus this one here. Look at those eyes and look at those eyes. Okay, this set of eyes is looking at you, right? But this one, if you notice, I did less of the eyes showing, so it kind of looks like it's looking up a little bit if you really look at it. And if I tilt him this way, it may look like he's looking at you, but as soon as I do this, now it looks like he's kind of, his eyes are aimed up a little bit, okay? So it does make a difference. So let's go ahead and continue and finish up here. Gonna go ahead and add the eyebrows. I'm doing a chisel tip, and I'm gonna keep the eyebrow real simple, and that is, I'm just gonna lay the marker on its side, the wide edge, and I'm just gonna go ahead and hit up the eyebrows, and they're nice and thick, so this works out perfect. You don't have to do it more than twice, or more than once, excuse me. I misspoke there. Yeah, there we go. Okay, and now I can go ahead and fill in the eye real quick, the black. Okay, and so the last thing we're going to do is we're going to hit up the white, and then we're going to be, we'll be done. Yay! Alrighty, so here we go. I'm actually going to go underneath there. There we go. Same thing on this side as well. So if you notice, this art was actually different than all of them that I've done so far. The other ones were being done the same way, pretty much. And even he, Mr. Branch, he also still gets highlight on his eyes there. So take a look. There you go. Hopefully that was long enough for you. So now, now you have Branch and you have Poppy that you can make when they are requested, because chances are if some little boy comes up, or girl, they probably don't want Poppy, they might want Branch, so now you have them. So thank you very much again. Like I said, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you don't like it, give it a thumbs down. It's no big deal. It's not the end of the world, right? But comment, let me know, what your thoughts are. How did you improve this. I saw a friend of mine, she ended up putting a flower right here and it looked really, really cute. So I really like that. That was Miss Tree. So and then subscribe if you haven't subscribed. That way you get notified anytime I put something out there. Just trying to make sure that we got fun stuff that we can twist and you know, have fun with our clients, and you know, regulars that if you're a restaurant person, you got something you can, you know, throw at them. So anyway, I thank you very much for watching, and let's bring all our friends. Let's do a curtain call. Oh my goodness, we got 50 million branches. Ugh, they're all here. Come on, join. Don't sit there. There you go. Actually, if you watched the movie and you saw Branch, he would be opposed to this, I'm sure. So anyway, thanks for watching and happy twisted.